What's up, guys? So I have some exciting news about the contest that we're going to be putting on here in my gym. And first of all, the name. So we've gone back and forth on a few things, but I think we're going to settle on calling it the Shaw Classic. This is the first year of this, and I hope that maybe it will grow into something else, but the first year is the only thing that's guaranteed. But hopefully you guys are excited about that name, just the Shaw Classic, kind of simple, straightforward, and to the point. So let's talk about the competition and who will be coming to the competition, because I am super excited about this list of athletes. I got to say, I am really humbled and just thankful that all these guys, especially most of them, literally with one message, they were like, yes, I'm on board. I want to come support what you're doing and compete. So thank you first and foremost to all of the guys that are going to come. Second, thank you is to all of you that have showed support. I was a little bit concerned about putting out the first video and just kind of taking that leap of faith to put this contest on, because it is a big deal and a little bit scary, but the overwhelming support from all the fans and people that saw the video, that sent me messages, that left comments about it, it just made me feel so much better about what we're doing and just trying to give back to the athletes and to the fans of the sport of strongman. So thank you, literally from the bottom of my heart. I really, really appreciate that. So let's get to the guys. So first and foremost, the first guy that will be coming is Zadrunis Zavikas. So obviously, Zadrunis doesn't need much of an introduction in the strongman world. In my opinion, him and I had the best rivalry in the sport of strongman, literally from 2009 until 2016. One of us won World's Strongest Man. So for 8 consecutive years, he ended up with 4, I ended up with 4, and it was literally a storied rivalry. I know that he pushed me to get better, and hopefully I pushed him to get better in a lot of same ways. But super pumped that Zadrunis will be here competing, and I think it's going to be absolutely incredible. I know that he's kind of been away from World's Strongest Man, but he's been training, and if I know Zadrunis at all, I know that he wouldn't say yes to coming to compete unless he felt like he was going to be in a great spot to be competitive. So really excited Zadrunis said yes. Next up, Matthias Klizkovsky. So Matthias, arguably right now, is the #1 ranked guy in the sport of strongman, and I am very, very excited that he's going to be coming. He's a 5-time Poland Strongest Man, 2-time second place at World Strongest Man. He got second place at the Arnold Classic this year, so he's been an up-and-comer for a while now, but without a doubt he's made a name for himself, and I'm excited to have him come compete. I know a lot of people will be very excited to hear that Matthias is in and that he will be coming to compete. So he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, without a doubt. Next up, we have Mr. JF Carson, and JF has been kind of just that steady guy in the strongman world. A lot of people say that he's the most underrated strongman. I don't think he's underrated in any stretch of the imagination. I mean, he's proved himself time and time again. I literally had to text JF to see how many times he had won Canada's Strongest Man, and it is in fact 9. 9 times Canada's Strongest Man, 7 times World's Strongest Man finalist. I think most of those appearances in the final, he finished 5th. I think he's got literally 4 or 5 5th places at World's Strongest Man. But JF also wanted to add that he has never been beaten by Robert Oberst in a strongman competition. And so that kind of leads me into the next guy, and that is Mr. Robert Oberst. So Robert Oberst will undoubtedly have the biggest head in the competition this year. I think he could take that trophy. If I had a biggest head trophy, I would just kind of get his name already stenciled in on that and just have it waiting for him. But Robert is, as much as we joke around and say different things, he is a very formidable competitor. 7 times he has competed at World's Strongest Man. Man, two-time finalist at World's Strongest Man in 2013 and 2018, and he is the former American log press record holder. So he set that record in 2015 and held it till 2019. So definitely somebody that will be coming in to compete is Robert Oberst, and I'm excited to have him as part of the competition. Moving on from there, we are going to go to Mr. Adam Bishop, and Adam is a great guy first and foremost, but this year he won Britain's Strongest Man, and he has been literally just climbing up the ranks in the strongman world. He made the final of World's Strongest Man last year. He's competed at World's Strongest Man 5 years, and just has gotten better and better and better. And right now, Bishop is going to come in to this contest, and I know that he's going to be great in a lot of these events, and I'm excited to have him as part of the contest. I think he's a great addition, and will come in being very, very competitive. Moving on from Adam Bishop, we will move to Mr. Terry Hollins. So Terry Hollins has been competing in strongman forever. He's I think at this point I overtook him for most consecutive finals at World's Strongest Man. But Terry shows up time and time again. He's been on the podium twice at World's Strongest Man in 2007 and 2011. He currently is the Masters World's Strongest Man title holder. So I'm excited to have Terry. As you guys know, I've been a great friends with Terry over the years, and he's got a new fire in him, and I know that he'll step up to the plate and bring a great performance, and I'm excited to have him as part of the athlete list. Moving on from Terry, we will go to Mr. Rob Kearney. So Rob Kearney has been an up-and-comer the last few years. He has been to, let me get it right, he's been to World's Strongest Man 4 different times, and he is the current American log press record holder, and he qualified for the Arnold Classic this year, so he's been doing really, really great things, and it's something where Rob has always been great to me and been a good guy, so I wanted to extend this opportunity to him, and he jumped on it right away and said he was in. So I'm excited to see what he will be able to do in this contest. Moving on from Rob, we will go to Jerry Prickett. So Jerry Prickett has been in the sport for a long time competing, and he's always very consistent, always on the Arnold Classic stage, and he's most known for his deadlifting ability, and I'm sure that his deadlift will be tested in this contest, and I'm excited to see it. But really excited to have Jerry on board. He's one of those guys that I've had a good relationship with over the years, and he's a solid competitor, very hard-working guy, and I'm pumped that he decided to jump on board and come compete. Next up, we have and if I say your name wrong, I am sorry, but it's Maxime Bourdreal. And hopefully I got that right. If I didn't, it took me, I think, 3 years to get Likaskovsky's name right. So we'll be working on you, because I think the most impressive thing with Maxime this year was his performance at the Arnold in Santa Monica, the qualifier there. He came out of the gate crazy and was literally leading that contest. I was competing there, and I was super impressed by his competitiveness and his ability, number one, but also he's a humble guy, very hardworking, and I wanted to give him a shot. He's one of those guys where not a lot of people maybe know his name yet, but I feel like you will, because he's got a lot of tools in his tool bag for the sport of strongman that he is improving constantly, and I think he's going to come in and do some really big things, and I think that that wraps up the list of competitors. And I gotta say, you know, just like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm so excited that these guys jumped on board, that they wanted to be part of this, and to come compete. And, you know, it makes me feel so good about, you know, giving back to these guys, but also giving back to the fans, giving back to the sport, and just doing something that needs to be done in this time and actually stepping up to the plate and making it happen. So, you know, we don't have everything quite figured out yet, but having these guys on board makes it a heck of a lot easier to move forward. And, you know, barring any type of, you know, crazy travel restrictions that are still in place in the middle of December, all these guys will be here. They'll be ready to compete. They'll be ready to put on a show. And, you know, I can't wait for you guys to be able to check it out and watch it. So hope you all are doing great. Hope you enjoyed the video. For now, go on out and be great, and we'll check you guys later.